LinkedIn is pretty amazing at helping you grow your small business. We cannot stop your new clients from emailing you at 3 a.m. We can help you sell, market, and hire in one place. We cannot help you be in 3 places at once. And while we can't help you organize your calendar, LinkedIn can help you land more clients so you have a calendar to organize. Grow your small business on LinkedIn. Learn more at linkedin.com/smallbusiness.
You have one new message. Translating. Disney and Pixar's Hoppers is now available on Disney+.
You could say that again.
Critics are calling it Pixar's funniest movie ever and a wildly entertaining ride. Blizzard Potato. It's certified fresh and verified hot.
Now we party.
This is incredible!
Wow, I am clearing the rest of the day.
Disney and Pixar's Hoppers, now available on Disney+. Rated PG.
Parade Day in New York City, and I've been saying this for a long time now because it's true that Craig Carton is the voice of New York sports. He's the best we've got, and he's one of the best ever. He really is. He's entertaining, he's smart, and he loves our teams, and he's doing a great job afternoons on the Fan. He's got this great Fox Sports podcast every morning, him and Tyrone Johnson. I think I got his name right. That guy's really funny. They're great together. So the bottom line is, if you want sports in New York, you go to Craig Carton. That's it. So, Craigie, thank you for doing this on this big Thursday morning. How are you?
Good yontif to you. Yes, doing great. Doing great. Getting ready for the mayhem today. You know what's interesting about the Knicks? A lot of people don't know this. The New York Knicks did not get a parade in 1973 when they won the championship. They did not get a parade in 1970 when they won a championship because the mayor at the time, Mayor Lindsay, thought it was a silly expense and the cost was far too much. So in 70 and 73, they had a party. One of the parties was at Gracie Mansion. I think that was 1970. And then in 1973, they had a party at City Hall and one of the New York airports. But I don't know which one. Either LaGuardia or Kennedy, but this will be the very first parade the New York Knicks have ever had in New York City.
That's a true story, folks. Championship number 3, but as Craig just pointed out, ticket tape parade number 1. And, you know, a lot of people, unfortunately, you did such a tremendous job last week, Craig. I played all of it with Knick owner Jim Dolan. I loved it when he said that Mamdani's not really a Knick fan. I was aroused. I'm not going to lie to you. But you also did a great job of pointing out the watch parties and the policing. And Dolan talked about Jessica Tisch and all that stuff. And I think what people are really interested in today, especially outside New York where they hate our city, is how will New York behave? Because I know that thousands and thousands had a great time and behaved during these watch parties during the championship run, but it only takes a couple of bad apples to make us look like Los Angeles and Detroit, and we had that. So I do think people are going to pay attention to how we behave, not during the parade necessarily, but when it disperses afterwards.
Yeah, so let me just back up the truck first. Most guys your age buy a little blue pill when they need to be aroused if they can't do it on their own because of a low testosterone. You just wait for somebody to take a shot at Mamdani, and that turns you on.
Yeah, it does.
You should bottle that somehow and sell it to all of your listeners. I'm sure there'd be a robust market for the 7-year-olds in Sarasota that love your show online. Now,
funny.
what's that, honey? Having a tough night? Oh, Mamdani sucks. Bang, kid's ready to go. Thank God you're not single. Oh, my Lord.
That's true. I wouldn't need a girlfriend or a woman. I'm good.
Are there conservative talk show bars for happy hours? Where you just go in to find like a gray-haired saying, talking smack about the mayor so that you can get turned on? I mean, I don't even want to see your RedTube searches either. Now, to get back to the parade for a second, I don't think we're going to have any issues. Look, if we say, let's just say 2.5 million people, you line up along the parade route, which ends over at City Hall on the backside, One Police Plaza, et cetera. If 10, 20-year-old kids decided to drink too much and get in a fight, is that indicative of New York? No, it's not. I also think, 10 o'clock in the morning versus 11 o'clock midnight, at nighttime, You get different crowds, obviously. Broad daylight versus nighttime. I don't think there's going to be buses burning and people destroying things. And I think New York City will represent itself very, very well.
I think it will, too. I mean, at least I'm hoping it is, but that Mamdani stuff.
It's just the time of day. Like, remember, like, I'm not excusing, the hooligans, and let's just say a couple hundred of them are being jackasses out there. But at midnight, you get a different crowd than you get at 10 o'clock in the morning.
True.
You just do.
No, that's true.
And we've never had issues with the Thanksgiving Day parade, which is early in the morning, the St. Patty's Day parade. There have been some parade issues, yes, historically, but not at 10 o'clock in the morning and not to celebrate a team's championship. So will there be some isolated incidents in the next couple hours? Maybe, sure, but nothing of the scope of the cities that you referenced at all.
Okay, I think you're right. I hope you're right. And at the end of the day, that will be part of whether or not this was a successful day. Because, listen, for guys that are real Knicks fans, and a lot of these folks aren't, I know I keep harping on that because I'm a pretty miserable guy. I'm becoming like I'm in my old age. Yeah, I know.
I heard you yesterday. I don't get it. Like, to me, the more the merrier. Like, do I really care? You were talking yesterday about, you got like a dozen, hot 19-year-olds all wearing their Knicks shirts with their belly buttons pierced, hanging out.
Adrian's.
You have a problem with that?
I know. Because I'm not 19. I'm almost 60, and I'm married for 34 years.
And your beautiful daughter's older than 19. My daughter's 25.
Right.
I don't want to see my daughter or your daughter dressed like that. But I hate Mamdani. I'm turned on now. Look at those hot 19-year-olds. Like,
it does.
Again, I don't feel that way. But
I know you don't, but it really bothers me. I don't know why. Because I know, and I've been saying this all week, that these kids aren't watching the Knicks and the Grizzlies in November or the Knicks and Wizards in December. I am, and they're not.
But by the way, half of my colleagues on the fan aren't watching them in November and December. I don't know. Like, to me, I got great joy out of it. And if you tell me that half the people at the parade are Fugazi Knicks fans, so what? Like, this is a great moment, I think, for New York City. I know it's going to be cliche and you're going to mock me for it, but this is why sports is so great. Sports and music, the only two things that bring people together universally, regardless of socioeconomic background, religious background, political beliefs. Sports is a great unifier, much like music is. And the more the merrier, man. Let's kill it today and let's make this one of the greatest parades of all time.
Well said. This is the amazing afternoon host at WFAN, Hall of Famer, also Fox Sports 1 television star. This is Craig Carton. Okay, so let's get down to the players. I had Jay Wright on this week, and he actually admitted to me, this was great. He admitted to me, and I think he did the same thing with Beningo on his podcast, that he never thought Brunson would be like this. He thought Brunson would be a really good player, and in a spot in Dallas where Doncic was the guy, where Brunson could be that second guy. But he was surprised that Brunson wanted to be the guy in New York City. And, of course, he said, I never could have imagined Brunson putting in 45 in the closeout game in a series. So even Jay, who coached Brunson and Mikal Bridges, and, of course, Josh Hart to 2 championships, DiVincenzo, the former Knick, to 1 championship, even he was surprised at how great Jalen Brunson has turned out to be.
Yeah, it's interesting that he would say that, obviously, because Jalen won 2 championships with him as coach in Villanova. Mikal Bridges was with him for both, and Josh Hart was there for the second one, not the first one.
Right.
It's interesting, and I think Jalen Brunson has talked about this many times, where if you go back in time, his preference was to stay in Dallas, right? But Dallas didn't make him the offer that he wanted to stay there. I also think it tells you what happens when you've got a global superstar playing to your right that everybody is forced to defer to. In this case, I'm talking about Luka Doncic, the great player that's now on the Lakers that was on the Dallas Mavericks. When Jalen came to New York, the Knicks didn't and still don't have that guy next to him. So I think it was much easier for him to take on the responsibilities he took on as not just the floor general, but there's nobody on the team for him to defer to. And I think that's part of why we saw him so quickly become the go-to guy. But I don't think if you ask Jalen Brunson outside of his dreams as a kid, could he have ever imagined in the NBA scoring 45 points in a closeout game when the only other guy historically to do that is Michael Jordan, who I think is the greatest of all time.
Yep, agreed.
So I think we're being realistic about it. what Jay is saying is what Jalen would have told you at some point, early in his NBA career. It'd be hard to imagine doing that. But now he's a bona fide superstar. Now, when you talk about, let's just arbitrarily say, the 5 best players in the sport, I agree he's not the fastest. He's not the tallest. He doesn't jump the highest. I don't even know if he can dunk. He doesn't have the best jump shot. He's not the best defensive player. But you tell me somebody else in the league today, down a point, 10 seconds to go, that you'd rather have the basketball in their hands over Jalen Brunson.
You know what's funny? You just described Derek Jeter. Derek Jeter wasn't.
Yeah, Derek Jeter, great
comparison. He wasn't even the best shortstop on the team. Alex Rodriguez was. Yet he was the guy, and they were both nicknamed Mr. Clutch, I believe, Jeter and Brunson. So if you're in the same sentence as Michael Jordan and or Derek Jeter, I think you're doing pretty well.
Study and play come together on a Windows 11 PC. And for a limited time, college students get the best of both worlds. Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
This episode is brought to you by Tidy Cats, here to level up your litter game with their new Performance Plus lineup. Your home is your happy place, your cats, VIPs. So when it comes to the litter box, excellence isn't optional. Choose from products that specialize in max power clumping, low tracking, or odor fighting so advanced, stink won't see it coming. Tidy Cats Performance Plus. Mission mighty, keep it tidy. Shop now at tidycats.com.
This summer, soccer is here, and so are the watch parties. And Uber Eats has your game day essentials covered with 30% off orders from Aldi, Kroger, and Dollar General. Everything you need to keep your crowd happy, delivered straight to your door. Chips, dips, fresh ingredients, and more. Order in so you can lock in for the games. 30% off your grocery order, only on Uber Eats for a limited time.
Tomorrow morning is knocking. Stock your fridge now. How about a creamy mocha frappuccino drink? Or a sweet vanilla? Smooth caramel, maybe? Or a white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Find Starbucks Frappuccino drinks wherever you buy your groceries.
So is it fair to Is it fair to say, Craig, and you've been doing this at the band a long time now. You and Boomer took over for Imus and actually ran with the football like Barkley did a couple of years ago. You guys were great. Now you're back doing great things again in the afternoon. So you've covered a lot of sports, a lot of years. Mm-hmm. Is this the biggest thing? Because the Yankees are 17 years away, the Giants 15 years away, whatever it is. Is this the biggest event, New York sporting event, New York event that you've covered since you've come to WFAN?
Yeah, it's not even close. Yeah. The only thing that would even be in the conversation that's not, when I got to the Fan to do Mornings with Boomer in 2007, the Giants win that improbable Super Bowl that year, 2008, right, January or February, whatever it was, of 2008. That's the only thing that's close because it was so improbable. Jerry Reese came out and said Eli Manning was a skittish quarterback. There were talks about benching him at the time. Then you get that great Ahmad Bradshaw game in Buffalo that gets them in as a wild card. They beat Tampa. Okay, fine. Then they go to Dallas and win that game. Then it's 20 below in Green Bay, a place that the Packers never lose. With Brett Favre, they take care of business there and obviously win the Super Bowl. That's the only thing that's close. But look, I'm 28 years old in my lifetime. This is the greatest sporting moment ever, for young guys like me. Wow. Because think about it. It wasn't predicted. They were underdog throughout it. They were at best like the sixth option preseason and maybe even lower than that. And they dominated the postseason. Like when you take a look, the Atlanta Hawks gave them a tougher matchup than the Spurs, the Sixers, or the Cavs.
It's true.
Like, makes that make sense?
It doesn't. No, I mean, the Hawks are the only team to get 2 wins in any of those series. And
by the way, what's funny about it is that maybe not Atlanta, but certainly Philly and Cleveland and San Antonio, the so-called experts that came out who have an anti-New York bias, in my opinion, all were trying to explain to us, well, the Knicks don't match up well enough in this spot against this team. They don't match up well against those guys. And nobody thought the Knicks were going to win outside maybe of the Atlanta series, right?
Yeah.
So everyone's saying that they're not good enough to win. And then the other crazy thing about it is, even after they knocked out Atlanta, Philly, Cleveland, and the Spurs, it seems like every one of those teams said afterwards, "Oh, we were the better team."
They did.
Oh, we outplayed the
did.
Knicks.
No, they did. I
And
mean,
yet,
yeah.
the Knicks won in 4-5.
Right, and they won by like 30 points every game. I mean, the most
16-3 in the postseason.
I know.
What?
I know. Kenny Atkinson was the worst of all, the Cavaliers head coach, and
Yeah.
James Harden too. But so I guess on
And
the way.
there's one last thing. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Sure.
And then consider this: in the 16-3 record, the 3 losses by a combined 6 points.
Yeah. And those 16 wins must have been by like 300 points. So are you setting up down? You'll actually, no, it'll be too late, I guess. The parade will be wrapping up or over. So where does Craig and C-Mac do their great show from today?
We'll do the show from the studio because we don't go on until 2 o'clock. The parade will be over by then. Obviously, we'll both be at the parade. Not sure if we're going to get to the broadcast position, wherever that might be, with Evan and Kiki and Sean Marash. But we'll be out there, just checking it out for sure, and then, safely get back to the confines of the studio. And can't wait. It's coming up in a couple hours, so it's going to be awesome.
All right, you're awesome. I've enjoyed the run with you, and the good news is we got more to do. We got, before you know it, training camp around the corner. Yankees are back in first place, so a lot of great conversations coming up with my man who, again, I'll say it, the best in the business, Hall of Famer Craig Carton. Craig, enjoy today. I love you, pal. Thank you so much.
And enjoy your time in the motherland, yes?
Yes, I will. I'll go to the Wailing Wall, the Western Wall, the Kotel, and I'll put in a prayer for you. How about that?
Please do. Please do. I can't get enough prayers, that's for sure.
We'll see you, Craigie. Great job, buddy. Thank you.
Care.
Take care. There he is, the amazing afternoon host at WFAN, my Hall of Fame buddy, Craig Carton. We'll take a short break. More to do. Parade Day, New York Knicks Day, huge day here in New York City. This is Sid and Friends in the Morning.
Thanks for listening to Sid and Friends in the Morning. You can hear Sid and Friends in the Morning weekday mornings at 6. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode so you never have to wonder.
What the heck is going on here?
Have no fear. Chosen Foods is here to defend your favorite foods from the forces of seedy oils and sketchy ingredients. With cooking oils, salad dressings, and mayo, all powered by the good fats from 100% pure avocado oil and simple, delicious ingredients. Chosen Foods.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.